That's right, Tony. This is definitely not a new conversation, but with recent removal of Confederate monuments, a question has been raised. Are we acknowledging their problematic past, or are we erasing history? Last August, protesters knocked Silent Sam from his pedestal on the UNC campus. Today, newly planted grass stands where the Confederate monument once stood. But the empty space does not end the conversation about the future and meaning of these and other monuments. Frank Powell is a spokesman for the state division of the Sons of Confederate Veterans.
It really has nothing to do with hate. In fact, it's just the opposite. It has love for our ancestors.
Police arrested Ashley Papio for disrupting the 2018 meeting where officials decided to keep 3 Confederate monuments at the state capitol.
It's about racism. It's not about history.
UNC professor Fitz Brundage says history lends some context.
It's very difficult to make a logical argument that separates the Confederacy from slavery. The Civil War was waged in a manner to protect the institution of slavery.
Supporters of these monuments say they were built to celebrate Confederate soldiers, but they weren't erected until almost 50 years after the end of the war. Professor Brundage says this late celebration is not by coincidence.
And they were certainly all tied up in the late 19th, early 20th century consolidation of power by white Democratic Party elites who wanted to lay claim to a natural sort of right to rule.
In February, Democratic state lawmakers sought to change the laws that protected these monuments. As a compromise, lawmakers suggested building statues of African-American heroes and changing inscriptions on existing statues to provide more context.
I don't think there's any room for compromise at this point. I've not seen any. We just try to educate people about history and the true meaning of our symbols and of our heritage and our culture.
If they want to put up plaques that quote-unquote contextualize the horrible statues that currently stand, I mean, again, anything is better than nothing, but what really has to happen is they've got to come down.
Now, Professor Brundage says the conversation should not end at Confederate monuments. It should also include segregated memorials and the African-American heroes left off of them. Tony?